Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Saturday and it's nice and cool today. So we're going to color. Yay! And I'm actually going to not be completely dying. So that's awesome. Hi Evelyn, how are you today? I hope everybody has had a wonderful week. I'm so glad that it has finally cooled off a bit. It's actually rainy today, so it should stay nice and cool all day. I'm so thrilled with that. So I am going to be working with Inktense today. Bear with me and hopefully I don't completely make a mess. If we get the trees done today, we're also going to be using this Deco Art metallic acrylic paint as well on the um, top and bottom part of the stand. So up here, down here where the little embossings are. This is Out of the Circle of Life, a coloring journey. I'm not going to butcher her name. I am not going to butcher the poor person's name again. I think I've done enough of that in the past couple of weeks. That's wonderful, Evelyn. I'm glad you're doing well. Okay. So I'm just going to wait for a couple of minutes. Now, the Derwent Inktense I have was sent to me by a lovely person to get me on the Inktense train. That's what I'm afraid of too. I've done this part here with the Inktense because I had to figure out how to make one brown into several. So I have been playing with them a little bit to get the coloring figured out. So yeah, it's been interesting working with them. I also colored this area here behind the water droplets. Hi, Kimberly! With the, I don't know if you can see it, I painted it with that paint that Rhea told us about, and that's the opal colors from Karatake. I'm probably saying that wrong. Hi, Terry Lynn! So yeah, this should be fun. So I'm going to switch on over to the other camera here so hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to take my brown. Now what I've done is I've taken the lid of the Inktense and I've sharpened some of the pencils like a black and a brown, and I've put them in the lid so that I can mix them together to get um, a good mix. And what I've been doing is I've just been coloring in an area and once I get a small area colored, I am using a regular paintbrush. I do have a water brush here as well, and I just dip it in the water, dry it off a bit, and just smooth it out. And then for the areas that I want to have a bit darker, I'm going onto the palette that I've mixed those colors with. Put a small amount on there and I roll the tip so it's a nice point and just add a little bit into the areas that I want to be a little bit darker. I really like them. It's a very subtle um, color, but it does enhance the visual effect of it when you look at it really in the light and everything else. Let's see if I can show you with this. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna blind y'all for a moment here. So uh, it's not gonna show it. It's not gonna show it. It's too bright. Let's see if I can. So yeah, there it goes. So I've put the blue down in the background behind the water droplets and over top of the water droplets. So they've got that blue haze on them for the glass. It's very cool. And then I'm just gonna smooth that out and bring it all together with a little bit more color on my brush. I like them. I think it makes everything pretty. I like pretty. I like shiny too. So the mixture I have is the shavings of the brown pencil, which is baked earth, and black. So that's what I'm working with here. But I'm really, really liking these Inktense. I haven't used them a whole lot. This is the only actual picture that I've been brave enough to use it on. And they take so little water to activate. It's really cool. Yeah, exactly. We all like pretty and shiny. Yeah, somebody told me, well, it's still a part of the pencil, so. And I noticed when I sharpened it that the wood just kind of curled and the shavings from the actual core separated from the wood really easily. So I was able to, I thought maybe I would end up with lots of wood parts in the shavings, and I didn't because it just sort of fell off. So I just thought, well, I'll just mix the colors. Need a little bit more water. Yeah. And that's what got me was Ray was using them on some fairy wings, and it's like, ooh, pretty shiny. That was the end of me. Ree. I keep on calling her Rhea. It's Ree. Sorry, concentration. So I've got that part done, and it's a little bit darker than I want it to be. So I've got a small area here on my palette that's just the brown and just the baked earth color. So I'm picking up as much of that as I can, rolling my brush so that it's a nice point, and just going in and adding it to dull down some of that darkness or brighten up some of the actual color, whichever way you want to think about it. And then we're going to go in here. Yeah, I'm really surprised on how vivid the colors are, because I've used watercolor pencils before and I may have been using them wrong. However, I know watercolor and Inktense are completely different animals. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Tammy using them, and that made me think harder on them. I'd seen them before, and I thought that they would be something that I might want to use. And then a friend of mine bought them, and she didn't like them, so I've been doing research for her, um, trying to help her on how to use them. And the more she used them and didn't like them, the more I stayed away from them. Because yeah, if she doesn't like them, then. But it's a really huge learning curve, that's for sure, on how to maintain that level of color and not wash it out. Nope, don't give up, absolutely. Yeah, I typically stay away from liquid things myself. Yeah, um, this one. This is what it looks like. It's just, it looks just so white, but it has actual color in it. It's really kind of cool. I did a swatch. Let's see if you can see the color in the swatch. Let's see if I don't throw my pen on the floor. Which side is my swatch on? There it is. So I don't know if you can see the color in the swatch. I have to sort of turn it in a certain way for it to catch the light out of the kitchen. But there's a hint of color in each one. One has a hint of purple, one has a hint of blue, one has a hint of green, one has a hint of yellow, one has a hint of copper, and one has a hint of pink. And they're just so pretty once you get them on there. And I've gone over the lines, but oh well. I'm just surprised that I'm able to do it at all. Might stay in the lines. So now I'm going to go in here with just the pencil again. I'm just going to lay down that color and then I'll mix it in with the dark color that I have on the brush. Let me know if that music is too loud, I will turn it down. And I just put a light shading down of the earth brown, and I had some darker paint on the brush already, so now I'm just going in with the darker paint over top of it. Yeah. I like doing fairies and glass and stuff like that. And sometimes, like with things like this where you want it to be a magical type of thing, it's hard to get that magical glimmer in the glass. Hi, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. I'm trying not to mess up trees. That's in my eye. Oh, that's really cool, Terry Lynn. I have to look at that now. So now I'm going to do this top part of the tree, and I'm going to completely rinse my brush and just pick up a segment of the black shaving, and I'm just going to do straight black. Oh, cool. That'd be awesome. All right. Now we've got our black up there. Now I'm going to wash off the brush again completely, remove all that black, and then go back into the brown. And I did cheat. I did practice a little bit before stream. So just to make sure that I wasn't going to completely make a mess. Because I really like this picture. I didn't want to mess it up on stream. Hi, Rain. So I did do down here first. These really, really skinny bits are hard to stay in the lines. I keep on feeling like there's something in my eye, which is really annoying me. I have a hard enough time seeing as it is without having to blink constantly. Hi, Joy. Hi, Marilyn. Did I say hi to Sarah already? If not, hi, Sarah. And hello, everyone else that I may have missed while I was trying to get my eyesight back. Okay, so I'm just going back over any areas that I need to add a little bit more darkness to, and any areas that look uneven, trying to smooth them out. But I'm trying not to put too much on the paper as well. So yes, thankfully today is nice and cool. I woke up this morning and it was 68 in the house. I was quite happy. Closed up all the curtains and all the windows, and then it started to rain. It's like, yay! I was very excited about that. All right, so we're going to switch on over to the other side here, and we're going to work on the bottom. So once again, we're going to take our earth brown or baked earth. Actually, I think I want to, I'll let it dry first and then I'll go back to that. I want to add some yellow to those branches. And then we're going to smooth that out a bit. We're going to actually take a bit of the black. In Oregon. But my air conditioning died. So for some reason it decided that it was going to die, of course, in the middle of a very warm time period. So it was getting up over 90 degrees in my house. So it was horrible. I was quite happy to see the rain this morning. Now I'm going to go in and get some more brown, the darker brown. Basically made mud over here on my my palette. Well, my lid of my box, the Inktense box here. I love rain too. Robin's awesome. Try to get some straight color. Exactly. We all adore Rain because she's awesome. So let's all put in exclamation point awesome, because that's what you all are. It's exclamation point awesome. So I'm just going through and I'm just really lightly shading in with the earth, brown earth or whatever, baked earth, that's it. And then I'm just going to come through and move it around. Add a bit more water to that, I think. And what I'm doing is I'm over here on my other area is I'm just loading the brush with a mud kind of brown black mixture. Exactly. People like you make this community awesome. Oh, I hate it when the work in progress is at an ugly stage. Yeah, usually my work in progresses are at an ugly stage until about 10 minutes before I'm done. Then I sit there going, oh, well, I think I can work with it. I think it's okay. I think I'll live. Too much water on there. Okay. Sorry if I go quiet. I'm trying to stay in the lines. It's hard to talk with your tongue sticking out. All right. I think we got it. I'm amazed on how far just a little bit of this goes. It's just these pencils are going to last me forever at this rate. Hi, Melissa. Aw, Evelyn, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I always push through it. And then I sit there going, okay, I think I can do this. It's just like kids, they hit that teenage stage, and I think the teenage stage is the ugly stage. Hi, View. Thank you so much, Evelyn. I appreciate it. This is the Circle of Life, and I'm using Inktense. I'm trying to use Inktense. I think I've got it okay. We'll see when it comes to adding different colors than brown, but so far I think I've got the brown handled. Okay, once again we're going to go in and add some of the lighter baked earth. And I do believe I have left the link for this book as well as the 12 pack of Inktense that I do have in the description below. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Joy. Okay, so now that we've got that spread out a little bit, too much water, too much water. I've been working on my water control. And I'm doing much better with just a small brush than I do with a water brush. That was one of my biggest issues, was figuring out the water control. Making sure that I didn't put too much water down, but still had enough to move things around. Also, have to remember to have some patience and let it dry a little bit before I start going over it back and forth. Yeah, I have a really small brush. I'm just using the very, very tip. Making sure I don't put too much water down, and then just rolling the tip into a nice point. Making it a nice point. Evelyn, try what I've done and just try putting the shavings in the lid or wherever you want your paint to be, and just pick out all the wood and just use the shavings instead of trying to put the water on the page. Use a paintbrush instead of the water brush. I have not heard of the color stripe, but I really like the Lyra brand. I've got the Polycolor, and I like those. Now, one of the things that I did learn about Lyra is they are no longer a German brand, German owned company. They're now owned by Fila, or not Fila, it's Fila, I think is how you spell it. Fia, or yeah. But they're the same company that owns Prang, so, and they've been around for a long time. And I didn't find that any of the quality had gone down in my set, since my set was purchased long after that they were taken over, so, which is odd because my set still says German on it, German made on it, so they may still be factory wise out in Germany. Oh, that's an idea, Evelyn. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it was probably Shannon. She's pretty smart with that sort of stuff. Yeah, I didn't even think of using a water colored marker blender like a Tombow or a, what's the other one I have? I have a couple of different little watercolor ones. There's Tombow and, now if I can find it. There it is. Karen. So this would probably work. Let's try this. Let's try it just to see if I can work with it instead of. But I'm still going to have to use my brush and pen, my paintbrush, because I have such a limited amount of colors. So I'll try it on this small space here and see how it works. That works pretty good. I feel like it's putting down a little bit more liquid than I was putting down with the paintbrush though. And it just wipes off. That's kind of cool. Huh. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying them. Yeah, I'll have to pull out my Tombow one and give that a try. at some point. For now, I think I'm just going to stick with my brush because I've got it working so far. I'll play more with other things when I'm not doing a picture. You know, when you have that confidence of, okay, I've got this, and then you throw a monkey wrench into it and go, well, I thought I had it, and then I did this, and then I did this, and oops. I do that a lot. I have a lot of those oops, shouldn't have done that moments. All right, so we're going to take the brown. She said either when I asked her that question. I used to have a friend named, her online name was Rain, so I'll call you Robin. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've got the 12 set, and I'm thinking the same thing there, Marilyn. Although, mixing colors does seem to work quite well with them. You know, creating a nice mud brown out of black and earth, burnt earth is working pretty good for me, so. I could probably throw a little bit of red in there too. My problem is water control. One minute I don't have enough water on there, the next minute I've got too much. Yeah. See, I have this brush as well, my Caran d'Ache brush, but I think it's a little bit too big, and that's why I'm using the paintbrush, because it it's a lot easier to control the point on it. Oh no. I got black bits up on the handle of my brush. Oh, I have mine. It's just I wanted to mix colors, and I was trying to figure out how to not waste the color with experimenting, trying to get the right color. So I just thought, oh, well, I need to sharpen this anyway. I'll just sharpen it in the lid and play with the bits. That's how I ended up using the lid instead of my palette. I do have my palette, and normally I just scribble on it, but like I was shown to do. But I went all rogue. Went all rogue and went all cheap is what I did. Well, I wanted a darker brown. So I figured I have a brown and I have a black. And the color I want is in between the two. So there's got to be a in between that I can make. Alrighty. Well, thank you. I haven't messed it up completely yet, but we haven't done anything but brown, so we'll see where it goes when we start doing the leaves. I haven't gone all crazy yet and decided, okay, well, I want different colored leaves. Although I'm thinking about it because I like multicolored leaves, but I only have a few colors, so. And trying to do shading and everything else with only a few colors is hard. Although I could do, yeah, I could do yellow and red. And I think some purple and green. I could do a few different colors. So yeah, I could do an autumn leaf instead of a spring leaf. I must say this is quicker than colored pencils have been. Although I have been working on a tree for almost an hour, so with that being said, I have been working on one tree, well, 1.5 trees, for almost an hour. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it's I've got that color pretty good. Okay, so we're almost all done with the tree limbs. I've just got this rest of this one here to do. Any touch-ups, and then I'm going to add some bits of yellow to it just to give some bright areas. exactly. It takes time for a masterpiece. Although sometimes I'm just completely instant gratification, so I use markers. All right. Good morning, dearest. You know, you can talk. No, nobody will object horribly. Honest. I know you're not going to disrupt my stream, but Bob just came through, put his coffee cup away. He didn't want to disrupt my stream. Hey, Joyce. Yeah, it takes a couple of days to feel like your old self again. Absolutely. It took me a day and a half, 2 days before I wasn't um, feeling just wiped out. He ran away, Evelyn. He said he didn't want to interrupt my stream, so he ran away. I told him he could talk, that nobody would object, but well, I'm glad that you're feeling back to your old self again. Absolutely. Like I said, I know that when I had mine done, it was the first couple of days was not fun. So I just took a little bit off of the pencil with my brush just to add some deeper colors of red because this is a reddy brown color. Now remember to, if you do this, to wipe off your pencil so that you don't leave the water on it. Alright, so I'm going to actually take the red. Yes, that is a easy name to remember if your spouse is a Bob. Most Bobs are easily remembered. So what I did is I just took my pencil sharpener like this and got a good curl. Knocked the wood off, threw it in the garbage. And then just dump it on my tray like so. Let's throw that in the garbage, not on the floor like the other one went. And just like that. And then I take my brush and just do that. That's what I thought too. And then I decided, no, I don't like society. I don't like being in public. Because even though you're ready, nobody else is. And then I just use that. I've made a mess because I got a whole bunch of ink, a whole bunch of paint on there now. Ink. And I just do that. Now we're going to add some brown to it. Rinse off the big mess. Yeah, yeah, that would work really well. I have some too, but I didn't think about grabbing them before I thought about doing this. So I'm just going to take a bit of that red and a bit of the brown, mud brown color that I've already made. A little bit of the black. Get a just wanted a little bit more of a red tone. And of course I can't possibly stay in the lines. So what do you all think? Should I do green leaves or should I do multicolored leaves? That's what we're trying to figure out, Joyce, is whether or not we're going to do this an autumn tree or a spring tree. I'm actually going to grab that palette. Where is it? Where is my... There's my watercolor stuff. Okay. Hopefully it's in there. Where'd it go? I've got so many drawers of stuff. And of course, you know, I put things away and they're never to be found again. Sorry guys, I'm just seeing if I could find the little palette that I had before I put it away, never to be found again. And I remember just seeing it, so that's why I'm kind of scratching my head a little bit here. Like I just saw it just recently. What did I do with it? Oh well. I don't know what I did with it. I probably stuck it somewhere never to be found again. Yeah. I will go through and I'll find it at some point. For now, we will just do this the easy way. Because I don't need to mix this color. Yes, autumn would be much prettier. Okay, so I'm just going to color a bit of this yellow onto my paint palette here. I have the Caran d'Ache paint palette. So I'm just going to take some of this yellow and we're just going to go down the edges here a bit where that sun is. And hopefully you can see that. Alright, so I'm just going to see if I can pick up a little bit more. I don't think I have enough water on my brush at the moment. There, that's better. There. Try to stay in the lines, but of course my brush had other thoughts. Alright, so we want autumn leaves, do we? Alright. So, I'm going to start on this side because it's already completely dry, so we'll start on this side. Up here at the top. Put down some yellow. And some orange. And I've got my brown and my red over there. So we want some pinky purple color. And some greens. Because, yeah, we need green. Alright. Okay, so I've loaded up my palette with the different colors. And we're going to start up here. Okay, a little bit apprehensive of this. So I'm grabbing some of the yellow and a little touch of the orange and a little touch of this purple. To make this color. Alright, let's see how this works out. Yeah, it's got little berries, so it could be a spring tree or an autumn tree. But, you know, we're going to do an autumn tree now. Hi, Rosario. How are you today? Hi, Yvonne. Don't mind me, I'm just making a mess. No, I haven't seen her. All right. Thank you, Rosario. I appreciate that. It's almost in the. It's going into the. I'm not quite sure stage. Basically, I'm winging it and hoping that it all comes together at this point. I'm channeling my inner Tammy. Thank you, Melissa. All right. 1 second I got too much water, and the next second I don't have enough water. It's like, just do what I want you to do, darn it. You'd be so much prettier if you just did what I told you to do. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, was pick up the sunset color, and I'll move it down toward into the greens as I get lower. I don't know what to do with the blue colors though. I think I'll do purples into that area. I don't have enough yellow on that. Yeah, Joyce, it finally cooled down here, so it's finally down below sweltering. Thank goodness. I like fall too. It's not hot, it's not cold. A little bit rainy where I'm at, but that I can handle. All right, Evelyn, thank you so much for sitting and chatting, and absolutely lurk away, my dear. I am quite sure you will get it out of the ugly stage quickly. I think I have too much water on my brush again. Hi, Rachel. Don't mind me, I'm just making a mess. Ooh. Aw. Well, tell her that, sometimes it's not a missing pencil, it just looks like they're missing, so make sure that she goes through and actually counts them. Did you get them from Amazon or? I'm telling you, sometimes Amazon's shipping department is definitely lacking in the abilities area. They have no concept over how fragile art supplies actually are. They think, oh, they're just pencils. Throw them in a box with no protection or anything. They did that to mine. I was not happy. I think I need more yellow. So I'm actually going to sharpen the yellow. Oh, okay. Well, poop. Because sometimes it just looks like they're missing. I was hoping for you. Take that off. Because I need more yellow. I need more water. If I want more yellow, I need more water. Alright. This is going to be a nice bright yellow one. Try to get this. Pick up all the paint without all the water. Good luck with that. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just making a mess over here. It's all good. Oh, Rosario, that's terrible. Yeah, I've had some that are just not all that great. I sent my mom some Christmas ornaments one year, and her postman just literally stood in the driveway and threw them at her doorstep. It's a good thing they weren't breakable, horribly breakable. They were cross-stitched, but they did have a glass plate on the front of them. But it's still it's those are people's belongings. You still should treat them with a bit of respect. Oh no, just send them back to Amazon. You're not dealing with the seller in China. You're dealing with Amazon itself at that point when you're sending things back. Oh, so more than likely he may not be the best one to buy from. Um, are they broken all the way through or just the tips? The missing pencils, I don't know what to do about those, but be on contact Amazon and have them send you out a new set. Or just get your money back and go to AliExpress or something. I'm not quite sure where you are though, Yvonne, so. Okay, so just the tips. Well, that's good. Yeah, I wish the sellers or even the Amazon facilities would package things a little bit better, especially when it comes to pencils and stuff like that. Like the pencils that I just got in that I just reviewed on Friday. They came from Mexico, and customs went through them and took them all out of the package and just threw them all in the bottom of the box. I was so mad. They stuck them all back in the box, but they just sort of threw them in there. It wasn't like they laid them in their trays at all or anything like that. They just stuck them all in there. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through the purple and what color is it? It's not really a purple. It's fuchsia. I'm going with the fuchsia, the tangerine, and the yellow, and I'm just picking up little bits of each one and just trying to get as much of an autumn leaf color as I can. And a bit of a gradient feel. And I'm just doing that with my paintbrush with a little bit of water. And I think I'm going to do this one, and then we'll start on the purples down here. And I'm pretty sure there is an actual purple in here somewhere. I think it's this one. Maybe. No, that's deep indigo. So maybe there isn't an actual purple. That's okay. We'll add some blue to the... Yeah. I just don't understand it. It's not that difficult. Just, don't bash people's things around. Yeah, I was lucky. Both my brute funer trays came in good condition. My second set of the Fuyi or the Obos, the 200 color set, not so lucky. They didn't even try. They didn't put any sort of cushioning in the box whatsoever. The box was 2 times too big for the package, with absolutely no cushioning in it. It was horrible. Yeah, if you don't store it in the box, then it's fine. Yeah, AliExpress is awesome with packages. They know how to package them, that's for sure. I think I've only had one package that was horribly, horribly damaged, and I think that happened before it was put in the packaging. I think that whoever packaged that shouldn't have packaged it, because it was still fully wrapped. It was still, none of the bubbles on the bubble wrap or anything were broken. So it was either damaged before it was wrapped for shipping, or what, but all the bubble wrap and everything else on that package was still in complete, fully intact. So I think whoever wrapped it up to ship was in a hurry, or ran out of the product and didn't want to say, okay, we're out, so this order can't be fulfilled. Instead said, oh, well, we've got this one, and they won't know the difference until it gets there. Oh, nice. Do, 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 do. I won't say a word other than nice. Yeah, exactly. I got my shipment from most of my pencils. There's just 1 or 2 sets that I've gotten that were quite a bit longer than any of the others I've gotten. But usually they come in, 9 to 10 days. The Faber-Castell wannabes and the Guangha, or the Giorgio, and the ones that I'm having replaced because the packaging was so badly damaged, have all taken a little bit longer. But the Marco were here in like less than a week. Yeah, I got the Marcos really quick. Oh yeah. It, I don't know how. Um, I know that in a lot of the AliExpress stuff, there's an option for shipping to Germany. I don't know, or from Germany. I don't know if that would make a difference. Okay, so I'm activating the purple now. Well, the fuchsia. I'm just going to take some of the fuchsia here. But as for their care in packaging and shipping, so far as I have seen between AliExpress, Wish, and Amazon, AliExpress is definitely the best with shipping packaging, that's for sure. They do take their care in their packaging for shipping. And I'm going to take a bit of red, a little bit of water. I'm trying to make a purpley color, deep purpley color here, so we'll see how this turns out. So I've taken some red and I've taken some no, this one, teal green, and some of the magenta. I'm trying to make this deep purple here. I think I've made it a little bit too dark. So let's pick up a little bit more of the magenta. There, that's a little better. Oh, I think there was a shaving on there. Oops, there's a bit of a red shaving on there, so. How are the Rembrandt pastels? The soft pastels or the oil pastels? Because I think I've got, I think I've got enough of pastels, but you can always, research. Yeah. Well, that's good. As long as it's one of those once in a while things, not something that's happening every day or every time you order something. That does make a huge difference. So I'm just going over it with the magenta. And then I'll let that dry a little bit, and then I'll take a bit of green and I'll do the tips. Because we're going to come down and then we're going to move into the greens here. So, alright, so a little bit more water. Not that much water. Oops. I think that was too much water. Oh well. We'll work with it. I'm just putting the dark area here on the tips, or at the roots, or at the veins, whatever you want to call it. Did I miss a branch? I missed a branch. Well, it's a good thing I still have brown, because I missed an entire branch there. Yeah. I don't think so. Although my son's German teacher in high school was a very, very difficult woman. She was very nice when she wanted to be, but when she had an argument, she was very difficult. Oh no! Alright, I need a little touch more water. Hate it when things are back ordered. And then they change it. Yeah, most countries have their own Amazon, Joy. Alright. My dog is on the couch snoring. I think she just scared herself awake. It's funny when they snore and they startle themselves into awakeness. Alright, I gotta stop being timid with the water. Keep on not putting enough water on my brush. Before I had a problem with too much water, now I'm being too timid with the water. I think I gotta put some more of the magenta down. Yeah, you're very straightforward people, and you know, sometimes when you get a thought and an idea in your head, it's really hard to explain, or not even explain, but argue your side of it. My son used to argue with his German teacher all the time, and she was very firm on her. This is the way it's going to be done, and if you don't like it, then it doesn't matter if that's not the way it's done here. I just told him, it's her classroom. You do as she told. I think I'm going to add a little bit of orange to this now. Yes, exactly. That is exactly. Very, very stubborn. Some are. Some are quite easygoing, but the teacher that he had was very, very stubborn. She would not move for him at all. It was her way or the highway, and that was it. So I just told him, do it her way. It's her classroom, just do it her way. Don't know why. I'm always at a loss when it comes to children at school. Because, we were taught when I went to school is you obeyed your teacher, you did as you were told, and you know, you did your schoolwork. Nowadays, you can, nowadays they try to be your friend, and then you get an old school teacher that doesn't want to be your friend, they want to be your teacher, and the kids don't know what to do with it. Because they've had so many teachers that are, well, you got to do it this way because this is what I like, and but if you don't want to do it this way, you can do it this way, or if you have a better suggestion, and just trying to be their friend, and then you get an old school teacher that is like, nope, you do it this way because this is the way I want you to do it, and the kids just don't know what to do with that. Yeah, it's a lot of times it's like sometimes you have to wonder if the bad attitudes from teachers is just frustration with the way that they're made to teach too. All right. Uh, so I'm going to take this little chunk of yellow and I'm going to put it into the apple green, just because I want it to be a little bit yellower than that. And we're going to put a little bit more water on. So I'm just taking a little bit of this green and just going in the very tips of these leaves, just to give it a little bit of a glow. And I'm making a mess of things, so all right. Yes, most people are nice people, as you know. It's the odd ones that cause problems and give really nice people a bad name. So that's why I never judge anybody by you know their language or who their race or anything like that, because it doesn't matter. It's that person is not everybody else of that situation. Some people are just different, and you have to treat them in accordance to the way they behave, not the way you think their entire culture behaves, because you met one person with a disposition that you didn't like. Okay, so we've got the oranges, the sunset colors down into the purples, and then we're going to start into the greens. So I'm going to rinse this out. And hopefully make a nice dark green here and not just mud. Alright, let's check this out. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know why my close-up camera doesn't pick up greens very nicely, but it doesn't, so I apologize if that looks very gray. It's actually green. And then we'll get it done on this side and have to replicate it all over again on the other side. I think what I'll do is I'll leave the other side and I'll do the other side off camera. And we'll work on the pedestal. Because how long have we been going? Oh, we've only got 10 minutes left. Goodness, I can't believe that. Oh, actually, yeah, we've got 10 minutes left. Wow. Can't believe I've been fiddling with these trees for 2 hours. I'm sorry, guys. That must have been very boring. I'm really slow. And I'm trying to do something I'm not used to doing. Even coloring, I'm slow. So I'm just going to say it. I'm slow. Yeah. Also, I noticed that even when I was in Sweden, um, a lot of people's demeanor you know, just the way that their physical appearance is in the expressions will give you the impression that they're irritable when they're not. So I'm just going through and I'm just adding some dark green. I've made a dark green out of apple green, um, teal green, and leaf green because I didn't like the color of the leaf green. Leaf green is kind of a browny green. It's more of an olive green. I don't know why they call it leaf green. And I'm just doing the bit of a base coat on these, and then I'll go back with a lighter tones and the lighter colors. I have no idea what happened to that leaf. I think my printer said no, I'm not going to finish printing that. That's very weird. It's just like one little leaf here. Well, it's not even my printer, it's their printer because it's out of the book. I was blaming my own printer for it. It's not even my printer, it's out of the book. So there's one leaf there that's a little funky. You gotta draw it in yourself. That's fun. That's funny, actually. Yes. Well, thank you very much, Yvonne. I appreciate that. We're going to take a little bit of yellow and a little bit of apple green and a little bit of teal. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that will make this. So I'm finding that I want that a little bit more yellow than it's coming up. All right. I want a little bit more water. The only thing about doing it this way is you have to be careful when you're picking up the shards of color that you don't get them stuck in the bristles of your brush, because then you'll get a streak of that color and that's just not so fun. So I was going to go into the pedestals, but I don't think I'm going to have time. So I will finish this off camera, and then next weekend, what do you guys want to color? What do you want to see? Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I was a little bit concerned because on my camera it shows a little bit more gray than green. And I don't know why. I think it's just my monitor is off slightly on the color. And that's the thing, is I'm just going by what my monitor shows me, so everybody else's monitor is probably showing them everything perfectly fine, and I'm sitting here adjusting it because I can't see it right. Okay, so let's see. We have a couple of different books that I haven't colored in already. Let's see. Oh, I have a Tatiana Bogelman, Nice Little Town 11 coming today. That should be here today or tomorrow. And that's her new book. I also have the Forest Girls 1 that I haven't colored in yet. I colored in 2, but not 1. And we have a couple of different hashtags in the community that I want to do as well. So we can do one of the, we can do Tammy's hashtag and do a rainbow picture for the, oh, I can't remember her hashtag now. Oh, that's good. Okay. So, first of all, let's pick medium. Color pencils, pencil pastels, markers, or watercolor. And then I'll tell you what we have. Because depending upon what mediums will depend upon whether or not we go with PDF or paper book. Okay, a rainbow picture. So now are we going to work with pastel pencils? Because I've got some new pastel pencils that I haven't used or gotten into yet, as well as the Derwent pastel pencils that I haven't used or gotten into yet either. Okay, colored pencils. Now oil base or wax base. Oh, how about I use those new Mexican pencils? I want to try those for a while. I want to give those a shot on a big picture. I think because my house was so hot the other day when I was swatching them, they were a lot softer than I anticipated, and I squished a couple. So if you have purchased those Mexican Indra pencils and you find that they're a little bit hard, because I have heard that they're a little bit harder than most people like for the pastel blend, warm them up a little bit because they were like coloring with a piece of butter. Yeah, and I took out a Prisma when I was doing my swatch or my video, and they blended really nicely with Prismas too. So I'll do a picture out of well, actually, I think there's another book that would probably fit Tammy's hashtag a little bit better. Um, I just gotta take a look and see if there's a good picture in it for it. Yeah, we'll do Tammy's hashtag next week. And we'll use the Indra color pencils. So, hold on a sec. I'm just going to finish up these leaves and then I will take a look at the books. Ah, that's way too much water. Shoot. And then I'll take a look at the books that I'm thinking of. Another book that I have not colored in yet, I haven't had a chance to, is oh, I'm trying to think of how to say her name. I can't think of how to say her name. My brain's not working because I'm trying to finish this up here, and then I'll grab the book and you guys can help me with how to say her name. I think it's Grasavi. Well, I don't know. Hold on. But I think there's a couple of different pictures in it that would suit the rainbow theme. So just one moment. Okay, I think I've got, oh no, I missed some. Here I thought I had all the leaves done. We're going to let that dry. That's it. Yes, that's the one. Thank you, Tabby Lynn. I love lurkers. They know exactly what I'm thinking. Ah, that's the one. So I have this book. Oh, let's switch you over to the main camera so you can actually see. Let's move this out of the way so I don't paint it. Grazia Salvo, that's the one. And I am pretty sure that there's some, like this one here. Dookies. I could have sworn there was, oh, we can do a rainbow zebra. Are you talking about the obos, Yvonne? My little letter from her. But I could have swore there was a parrot type picture in here. I might be wrong. I haven't had an opportunity to color in here yet. Oh, there it is. So we can do the parrot in the different rainbow colors in her dress and whatnot. This is the hardcover Wild Soul. So the new book of Wild Soul, the new book of this one. I didn't know there was one. My husband bought me this one for Christmas. So we'll do the parrot So let me find a sticky. I'll put a sticky note in it. This one's all crumpled, but that's all right. So we'll do the parrot, and we will do a mixture between the obos and the Indra. How's that? Oh, grayscale is so nice to work with, Joyce. All right, so this is how we've gotten so far. What do you guys think? I've got a couple of leaves left for the green that I need to do. Let's finish those up before they drive me crazy and I forget. I know it's getting late, so I'm already over 2 hours. Oh well. So that's what we will do on our next Saturday color and chat. We will work on that wonderful parrot picture for Amazon Tammy's hashtag. And I don't know if anybody else is on running stream right now. I try not to go over my 2 hours because I know that other people are streaming as well. So I want to, as I'm finishing this up, I want to say thank you very much for everyone that has joined me today. I hope you have enjoyed the stream and watching me try to figure out these Inktense things. I think I've done pretty good with them. This part here was not done in Inktense. That is done with the Luminance, Caran d'Ache Luminance colored pencils. And yeah, between these two, I'm going to go broke. Because, yeah, now I want them all. So, and another thing that is going to be going on is I've got a couple of experiments going on right now as well, and I will tell you all about those once I get them all figured out. I am so glad you're back, Joyce. Absolutely. I am happy that you are feeling better, that's for sure. Alright, so take a bit of yellow and I'm just gonna clear that up a bit. And I'm not sure who's phoning me, but they can leave a message. Maybe. Well, they're very determined. Okay, so I think I've got all the leaves done. Yes, lab work. Yeah, no, I've got a couple of things in the oven or the brain oven of mine that are running around. So I've got some things going on that I think we will be able to utilize in our community. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, Joy. I do appreciate it. But just going to give you a little sneak peek. I want to, of course, work with my husband's community for his hobby, which is the 3D printing. And we have a friend in the 3D printing community that does have a lot of products that cross over into our community. So I'm going to figure out the best way to use them in our coloring community as well as in the 3D printing community, so that we can get him some love too and get his sales and his store out there so that the 3D community as well as the art community knows that he's there. So that's what I'm working on, and it should be fun. It involves some ink and it involves some mica powder. So those are the only hints I'm going to give you. So once I get all that figured out, it should be a fun stream. All right, guys, I think we've gotten as far as we're going to get today. Well, thank you. Yes, my husband prints them, and they are for sale on our community page. It does have the price and that sort of thing. If you want one, just send me a quick email letting me know that you are interested, and then we will go through and just go through and figure out the colors and that sort of thing and how much the shipping is going to be and whatnot, and work out a one that's specifically made for you, because each of the things that I do have on the in the store, just so you know, are all made when you order them. So that gives us a little bit of wiggle room on what colors and that sort of thing. Different filaments, of course, have different costs, so it does give us the ability to work with costs and whatnot. So yeah, if that's something that you want to look at, of course, there's everything on the community page. See you later, Joyce. Thank you very much for visiting, and I am so glad you're feeling better and back. I appreciate you coming and saying hello. Um, on the community page, I have been posting both colored pictures, works in progresses, as well as different deals of the day available on Amazon, and different coupons that I have available to me as an Amazon associate that I am allowed to pass on to you. So I do keep those up to date. I do go through them every morning. So if you take a look at those every day, they are updated every morning. I remove the ones that are Bob doesn't have a channel, um, but I do update those every day and change them and remove the ones that are not valid and that sort of thing. So thank you so much for visiting, Evelyn. I do appreciate it. And for everybody that is out there, thank you all very much for visiting. I do know that I'm running overtime, of course. So I will say, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. No problem at all, Rosario. All right, guys. Bye-bye for now.